Hey everybody, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing great like we are. We have some more news for you about married money and some tips that I think you're going to really like tonight on how you can come together as a couple and really get in sync and change some of your habits and also have fun while you're doing it. So Darla is going to tell you about a treasure hunt.
Sure. So money and all this money stuff can be kind of tedious and heavy. So I decided to make it more fun. So you guys get to go on a treasure hunt and you get to do it from the pleasure of your own home. Isn't that exciting?
That's right.
So I want you to go look through your bills. Anyways, go look through that and see what is a recurring payment that maybe you don't really use or need. We have found that we might have subscribed to a magazine that's online, or we might have subscribed to a membership group, or we might have extra TV channels that we don't need to be watching or have time to watch, or there's 150 channels on the TV and we watch 2. So, so weigh out those things. If TV is really important to you, because I love TV, if it's really important to you, then keep it. But if you can trim it down, then you maybe get extra money.
Right.
And then the other place that I know that you can maybe find some money is, we reestablished and looked at our phone bill, because we used to have other people on our phone lines and now we don't. And then it was just us.
Our kids, not just other people.
Kids and parents on our bill.
Yeah, and parents.
Kids and parents. And so for the last little bit, it's just been us. And so now we're not adjusting it like we used to over the years. So Kevin went and asked them, that the phone company, hey, is there a certain deal or something else we can do? And if you can do that and trim $40 a month off of your cell phone bill or wireless bill, exactly, that's huge. And then you can put that $40 towards something else. So if you see a penny, pick it up all the day, you'll have good luck, right? So the other thing you can do is look around your home and tidy up and declutter and figure out the things that have been hanging out in your home, taking up your space, for one. If they're not bringing you joy, then go through them, because they might bring somebody else some joy. Wouldn't that be exciting? Right. So you can spread the joy. And with that, I mean, maybe you have a cookie jar laying that's in the kitchen, and maybe you have more than one and you don't need one, or it's taking up space and it's just time to have it move on. You can go to a social media group like Nextdoor and meet your neighbors that way. And you can actually meet them down the street or at the park or something, or at a, grocery store parking lot, something like that. I want you to be safe, but at the same time, you can meet your neighbors and you can have a little bit of community with that too. And then you're also giving back, because that cookie jar or whatever it is may bring somebody else joy. And then you can get a couple more pennies to put in your piggy bank too. Maybe it's several $100s. It depends on what you have.
Right.
So you could have an extra cell phone or an extra computer or a table or an end table or a rocking chair or something like that. Even clothes. Do you have a wedding dress that somebody else might need, or a prom dress? Those different things can really bring in some extra money for you. Exactly. So there's your little treasure hunt. Go see what you can find, you guys.
Right. And what about maybe other income opportunities?
Well, you could totally do that. On Nextdoor in our neighborhood, there's always somebody looking for a doggy sitter. Or I know some of our friends, it used to be more popular when somebody was going out of town often, and we're staying home more often, so I get that. But they just said on the news that it's good to stay home for a little bit if your health is compromised. So it's really nice if you have somebody bringing your groceries. So Instacart is somewhere where you can deliver, or other companies like Uber Eats or something like that. You can have your own little business startup right out the gate with no overhead, and you can just start earning a little bit of extra money every day. So there's all kinds of little things. What do you have a talent for? What can you do at home that you can help someone else with? You know, maybe you have maybe you work for a company, but you also have a side gig that might bring in a few extra dollars. So those are different things that you can
Right.
do.
That's exactly right, Darla. So why are we telling you all these tips? Well, remember last night we talked about having an emergency fund, that $3,000 minimum. Get that just as fast as you can within like the first 30 days. So that may require you to sell some stuff, may require you to work a little harder, get an extra job, do something like Darla suggested to pull that money in, just so you have that automatic peace of mind that I don't have to whip out that credit card to go pay for my new tires, or to pay for this medical bill, or to pay for something that happens unexpectedly to all of us, right? And so that emergency fund is a key piece in the Green Gap process and becoming debt-free. The second thing I want to talk about tonight is needs versus wants. You know, last night we talked about credit cards, and we did this little dramatization of getting the credit card slip in the mail, and now we've got this card, and all we have to do is spend $1,000, right? And we get $50, or we get some points, or we get all kinds of things that we think sound good, but maybe aren't as good when we really look at the bottom line. And so we buy things a lot of times that, you know, I do this, I do it too. I have things sitting in my office that I should get rid of because they're in my way. I have to dust around them, right? They're not serving any purpose. They're not bringing me any joy anymore. They're just in my way. And so I'm going to get those things out of there so I have a free and clear space to do my work. Maybe there is things around your house that you need to just get rid of. So they may have been once at one time, but do you really need them now? The author of The Green Gap, Dr. Troy Amdahl, has actually got his closet down to 77 clothes items in his effort to declutter. So he has all kinds of room. His clothes have plenty of room to breathe. And that is counting, 77 is counting underwear and socks. Now, you ladies may think that is totally impossible, and it may not be possible for you. That was just the goal he set for himself. But that's what he needed to get by for a week before he washes his clothes again, for instance. Okay? So what do you really need, and what are things that you maybe want? And those things that you want are probably what's sitting around that are collecting dust that you're not using anymore. That's the stuff you want to identify and sell it if you can, and start bringing in that money to put towards that $3,000 emergency fund right away, just as fast as you can. So then when you start looking in the future, what do we really need in the future, and identifying those. And you can also think about, okay, what do we really want for our family also? And that's what the vision board was that we talked about on Monday night, and identifying those things. So part of this process is identifying those things that we're going towards a bigger goal, that one day we're going to be totally debt-free. We're not going to have a house payment. We're not going to have, a rent payment. We're not going to have a car payment. We're going to be debt-free, and we're going to have money in the bank, and the money we have is going to be invested, and it's going to be bringing in interest and become a passive income, so that we don't have to work for a living anymore. We just work because we love what we do, like this, doing this, coaching people, teaching people how to live a better life and an ULA life. Okay? So that's what our goal is for our vision board. Now that you've identified your needs and wants, tomorrow we're going to talk about apportioning the gap. So we've been talking about the green gap this whole time. This green gap is this 5-step process. And tomorrow we're going to talk about step 4, which is, okay, now we've developed this fund of money that's extra each month. Did you hear that? Extra money at the end of the month. And we are going to identify part of that to pay off debt, and part of it to go to savings, and then part of it
to have fun.
To have fun. Exactly right. So we're going to tell you more about that part of the process tomorrow night. And did you have anything else you'd want to say tonight, Darla?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a marriage tip. Ready?
Ready.
Don't sell his stuff without asking him first. Don't sell her stuff without asking her first. That's not a cool thing. So when we talk about, looking around and seeing something that's been sitting around, it like what's yours or what? Yeah, don't sell his stuff.
Exactly. Because I don't need any of Darla's stuff.
Exactly.
Right?
That would not be a good day.
And I probably don't need to be the one picking out what we need and what we don't need.
Hi, Paige. Yes. So, yeah, I have all kinds of stories, but we'll do that on another video.
All right.
Okay.
We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Bye, guys.